One example of the difficulties faced by TV prequels is Bend, Don't Break from NCIS Origins Season 1 Episode 3. In addition to revealing a significant information about Leroy Jethro Gibbs, the episode must also develop a fresh and captivating storyline around that aspect of his past. Additionally, it struggles a little in the latter but excels in the former. Bend, Don't Break carries on Gibbs' mourning, or lack thereof, following the killings of his family members. His father Jackson and his employer Mike Franks are stepping in to provide their own perspectives, but NCIS viewers are aware that the young Gibbs' own is the only one whose viewpoint will count. Although there includes a plot about drug trafficking and arms smuggling, the main purpose of it is to remind the viewer of Gibbs' differences and to get inside his head. Bend, Don't Break will stick in viewers' minds because of its opening sequence, which explains how Gibbs' principles were created. The rules, which have captivated followers since the beginning, are arguably the most well-known feature of Gibbs' persona. Paramount has even featured them on t-shirts and mugs. Knowing that Shannon was the inspiration behind the rules' development would make the viewers feel both happy and sad when Gibbs puts the box holding them in the garbage. Fortunately for everyone, Jackson saving the box from the trash on his way out of town is included in one of the last scenes. However, the whole purpose of a prequel is to provide viewers with new information about a character. It must provide something fresh. It cannot just recount a character's past, because Gibbs was secretive about some things while he was on the original series. NCIS Origins has a slight advantage in that regard. However, this scene exemplifies why the program is so successful. It provides an answer to a query that viewers have been posing. However, the authors go into further detail about that in the instance of the week. They don't just spout the facts. Gibbs' actions throughout the remainder of the episode, as well as Shannon's brief visit to assist him, provide more context. While the show is succeeding in demythologizing Gibbs, it is having trouble elaborating on all that surrounds him. Not surprisingly, Bend, Don't Break doesn't have the strongest character development outside of Gibbs because the show is still in its early stages. Since Gibbs and Franks are the only two heritage characters in the core cast, the program must create a number of new agents and hope that the audience will adore them. Takes more than 3 episodes to complete that procedure. The greatest non-Gibbs screen time is given to the fresh-faced Randy, played by Caleb Foote, a former cast member of NCIS Los Angeles, who is the stereotypical nervous, prim agent who is unsure of how to handle his erratic colleague. It's clearly not new, but it's entertaining at times. In actuality, the most intricate moments are unrelated to the case. Because Jackson believes his son has a death desire and wants Franks to remove him from the NCIS squad, he chooses to approach Franks about Gibbs. Robert Taylor, the star of the underappreciated neo-Western Longmire, is figuratively continuing where the late actor Ralph Waite left off in his portrayal of the older Gibbs in NCIS. He adds his own flavor to the part while maintaining the character's consistency. Jackson is prepared to fight both Franks and his own kid, but the spectator knows that this parental drama is coming from the most sincere place, therefore it doesn't feel like a normal one. This narrative isn't your typical tension with a parent one. Gibbs's actions elsewhere also support Jackson's remarks. The complexity of the guest characters is just enough to advance the storyline. Prado, a mall security guard who turns out to be a former Marine, is the primary enemy. He robs a sports goods store in the mall to smuggle firearms to vulnerable people in El Salvador, which adds some mystery to his narrative. The difficulty is that his objective isn't revealed until the 4th act, when Mark Harmon's Elda Gibbs tells the audience that a covert op saved the families. After that, it's handled off-screen. Franks is assumed to have started the wheels. Although the story's happy ending is admirable, this screenplay might have been considerably more engaging if it had moved on to the main plot point sooner rather than focusing so much on the simple heist concept.